Hi, I'm upset. Frankly, I'm really upset. Because I wasn't planning on making a video today. In fact, it's Valentine's Day today, but I have found something that has entirely pushed me over the edge, and honestly, I just can't let it in anymore. Because I love criticism. I love all kinds of criticism. I love talking about films or books or movies, games, TV shows, whatever, right? I love that we can talk about things and we can assign a number to how we feel about it. I think it's really interesting to see how different people's mind works and what they like and what they prefer. But I have found something recently which may be the worst scale I've ever seen on the internet, which is saying something. Because I was browsing around recently and I discovered a website that reviews community theater productions, which I think is great. Let's put a spotlight on the ones that are really absolutely worth seeing. Let's do that. And they give a rating between 1 and 10 of how great they thought the show was, and give kind of a breakdown. They also talk about what that scale is made up of, right? How they get to those numbers. So if you'll indulge me here, allow me to read an excerpt from that website. This is directly from the website, by the way. This is what is written when discussing how they do their scoring. The scoring system at what shall not be named is pretty self-explanatory, but for anyone unsure, below is a basic template of the 1 out of 10 scoring we use on this website. 10. Masterpiece. Recommend. 9. Exceptional show. Recommend. 8. Good show. Recommend. 7. Average. 6. Okay. Below average. 5. Bad. And there are no additional numbers. There is so much wrong with this scale, I cannot begin to tear it apart, but let me try, okay? Let's start with the obvious. Why are there no numbers lower than 5? If you're going to be reviewing things and you are only going to be talking about the ones that you would recommend, then you only need 5 numbers to do that? Then you should only give yourself 5 numbers. And instead of those numbers being 1 through 5, like a normal person, they have given themselves 5 through 10. 5 being a bad thing, and 10 being this is a masterpiece. Which is also strange because if you look at their website, they give decimal point ratings as well. So they really shot themselves in the foot. This is where I start to lose my mind a little bit, right? Because they say specifically the basic template of the 1 out of 10 scoring we use on this website. Again, I'm not doing this to put any website on blast. That's why I'm leaving their name out of this. I'm not doing this because I disagree with their criticism or anything like that. But when you throw some deranged stuff in my face, like this, as you might recognize, is a number line. It is made up of these numbers that you may have seen before, which is how we all rate everything, right? We rate everything 1 through 10. Some people do 1 through 5. If you don't want to get into the weeds about it, I think that's fine too. But they have just called a 6 out of 10 a below average production. A 6 out of 10. You know where 6 is on the number line? It's slightly above average. This is really what's been grinding my gears. It's something that me and my friend have talked about way too much, and I just kind of wanted to open up this discussion at the very least on this channel because I think it's fascinating. I personally like to give something that is an average movie or game or whatever, I give it a 5. The reason I give it a 5 instead of a 6, because the average is a 5.5, so you kind of have to make a choice. If a 5 is average, then you have 5 points of this was above average, this was good, this was great. It allows you to have a lot more wiggle room to really talk about the things that you love. And then in the nuanced beneath it of this is a 4 out of 10, this is a 3. I honestly don't think, maybe it's just how my brain works, that I can properly pinpoint what a 3 out of 10 looks like, right? It's really tough to talk about those numbers. You kind of know it when you see it, but if you call something that's a 5 out of 10 bad, then what the hell are these other numbers for? Right? What is 1 through 4 even doing there? If 5 is bad, then what is this? Just hell? Like, it's just so much worse, awful, completely on, like, what are we doing here? Right? Again, I'm not doing this just to put it on blast. I just kind of want to talk a little bit about ratings. I think people need to open up their ratings a little bit more, right? So many people will give even an average movie a 7 out of 10. They're like, it didn't blow me away, but I liked it. If you're gonna give that a 7 out of 10, so the only room for blowing you away that you allow yourself is an 8, a 9, and a 10. That's not enough. There's so many great things out there and so much that we need to get into. And I'm looking at your Letterboxd, okay? I love that website, and I'm seeing average 7s all across the board. This is unacceptable. Okay, it's kind of acceptable, but follow me here, okay? You are giving Avengers Age of Ultron a 7 because it is technically proficient enough to be above average. But who cares, right? Like, the Transformers movies are technically well done, right? Except for they look terrible and they sound terrible. They're not fun to watch, right? These are obviously terrible movies. So maybe the problem is that movies are too well produced these days, and that people they're too scared to give a movie that they spent millions of dollars on the budget, like a 4 out of 10, slightly below average. A 4 is not bad. I mean, it's not great, because your average movie would be a 5 in my book, but a 4 is not bad. I think that's really what makes this whole thing so upsetting to me. Great movies deserve the nuance. It's the bad movies that don't. So follow me on this rabbit hole, will ya? Try out giving the next movie that you go see a 5 out of 10. Just see where it gets you, right? Because then the next time you watch something that you liked a little bit more than your average movie, you give it a 6, and it feels like you're not rewarding it as much. What am I talking about? This rant is completely unhinged. I'm very sorry. I wanted to make this video because A, I'm losing my mind over this concept, clearly, and 2, I wanted to let you know I've got a really big video coming out this next week. It was actually supposed to come out this week, and I was looking through all my footage yesterday, and I still have hours and hours of footage that I need to get through, and I was like, there's no way this is coming out this week. So if you like I don't know, unhinged content, I would highly recommend you subscribe to this channel. If you like hinged content, this might not be the right channel for you, but we could certainly try it out. So regardless, hit me with a subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Honestly, all the support that I've been getting on this channel right now has completely shattered any expectations that I thought I had. I know it sounds hyperbolic because the channel is still so small. I've got 120 something subscribers, but that's 120 some odd people that I honestly didn't think would be interested. So from the bottom of my heart, as always, thank you so much for your love and support, and I really hope you enjoy this video for next week, and I hope you enjoyed this video too. Let me know what you think about this whole rating system thing. Am I losing my mind? Actually, don't answer that. Just tell me what you think about the rating system, and yeah, I'll see you for a exceptionally long video next week.